In this video, I'm going to show you guys the ultimate warm-up routine to actually rank up in 2025. If you've been stuck at the same rank for weeks, months, even years, which a lot of people probably have, then this warm-up routine will actually help you out. This is the warm-up routine I've been doing for over a year now, and it helped me get SSL many times. So let's just get straight into it. The first thing I do is obviously turn on Bacchus mod. But the second thing I do is I go on the walls here and I just start wall dashing. And I know it looks like kind of like, I guess even troll or pointless to like wall dash, but you have to click your fingers pretty quickly to wall dash, and it is kind of hard to do while I talk. But it warms up your fingers. And a huge reason for warming up, by the way, I should have mentioned this before, but if you don't warm up before you play, all right, and you play a game and you lose your first or two or even 3 games, you could easily attribute this to rust, right? You could just say, oh, I'm just rusty, or like, oh, it's my first game on, it doesn't really matter, right? And you probably will neglect this loss, like, oh, I wasn't playing great, whatever. So when you lose, you can kind of attribute that to one reason, but if you're warm and you lose games, then you can put this onto what I like to call your pattern recognition scale. And I have a bunch of videos about this. If you watch pretty much any other video in like the last month I posted, I talk about it. But basically, when you lose and you concede goals, there's a mistake you made. And that mistake can go into your pattern recognition notes. And so when you make the same mistake over and over and over again, you'll start to notice it if you write it down. And basically just it will help you fix the mistake, long story short. I'm not going to recreate like the same video 300 times, so I'll only have it up there 299. So, but yeah, let's just get into the warm-up. Enough talking. Sorry for the 2-minute long intro. But the first thing I do, like I said, is just go on the wall and wall dash, okay? That's the first thing, just to warm up my fingers and whatever else. Second thing I'll do is I'll put the ball in my car, and I'll do this for like 5 to 10 minutes. This is kind of the bulk of my warm-up. And by the way, I have no audio, just because I look kind of goofy when I wear headphones. But I just I try to dribble the ball in my car just to make sure my ball control and my car control is on point. And then once I'm doing this for a while, you know, just making sure I can flick, making sure my control is pretty good. This is actually pretty overlooked as well. It's kind of neglected. Having control like this, it's actually really useful. Just being able to always have the ball in your car. So just get to a point where you can do this pretty comfortably. It's not that hard. It might take a little bit of practice. But yeah, that's basically the idea. I just do that for a little bit. And then now I'll work on my flicks. So I have a dedicated part of my training just for flicks, because when I play the game, like I flick a lot of the time. Like it's probably my main, I guess you could say my main offensive strategy, but I either flick or air dribble bump. And I have no problem saying this, you know, on air, because like everyone that plays me, like I'm pretty well known in the one scene. Everyone that plays me knows that I just flick and air dribble bump, so they're already ready for it. So it doesn't really matter if I say it or not. They already know it. But yeah, basically I'll flick, I'll do left and right. So I'll do 5 on the left, 5 flicks on the left, and then I'll do 5 flicks on the right. So on the left, I just mean flicking, like flipping to the left. That was horrible. I don't know what I'm doing. You jump, flick to the left, right? It doesn't even have to be on target, by the way. I didn't mention that. I'm just trying to get like really good power on these flicks. I'm not even trying to get them on target. But like that was really bad. So that's 2 really bad ones so far. That's a good one. So we have 3 good ones. I try to get 5 really solid ones, and then I move on to the right. That's a good one. Remember, it doesn't have to go in. I'm just trying to get like the sweet spot of my car. That was bad. That was bad. I haven't played in a while, so hopefully you can give me a break. I'm kind of selling right now. But basically you just want 5 on each. I don't know why I can't get this 5th one right now. I'm sure if I put on the headphones, I'd get it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, you basically get 5 on each. So that's 5 on the left. And then the right is my better side by far. I don't really flick to the left, if I'm being honest. But that's 2. That was not as well as I could have. Like, these are pretty decent, but I'm really far back. Like, when you're closer, it's way easier. That's 3. That's 4. And that's 5. So, like, these are actually really solid flicks. It just looks a bit sloppy. Probably because I haven't played in, like, 6 months. Like, an actual game. But, yeah, that's pretty much the idea. So, now that I've done the dribbling portion, I've done the wall dashing portion, and I've done the flicking portion, now we want to make sure we still have mechanics, right? Because, like, as much as I talk about, like, mechanics, like, I don't really use them like that, you still want to make sure your mechanics are good, because you still have to shoot the ball in the net, and, you know, you still have to go in the air, if they're in the air as well, to challenge them. So, I do work on my mechanics. So, this starts with, because I do air dribble bump, that's the first thing on this list. So, I'll just sit here on the ground, and I'll just practice getting, like, air dribble bump setups. So, like, trying to get the ball right in front of me, and then just trying to kind of move my car where the opponent would probably be. Like, practicing your air dribble bump. It's just like any other mechanic, you know? And, yeah. So, I pretty much just practice 5 air dribble bumps as well. Like this. One more. Right here. Bang. 5 fake opponents now dead. Now I practice like legit air mechanics. So I'll do 5, I don't know, double flip resets. Bang. That's 1. Now getting 5 double flip resets in a row isn't the easiest thing in the world. But like with a decent amount of practice. See, like right there I missed it. Like I'll still score it, but like that would have been blocked in a real game. Because if we look on the replay, this touch right here, it wasn't a good input. So that is technically 2 in a row. And I do try to get 5. They don't have to be 5 in a row, but I do try to get 5 double flip resets. So that's 3. That wasn't good. But like, it's the same idea basically. Just 5 for like all these different mechanics. There we go. I missed it. But like, I'll just do one more here. But that's basically the idea. Is just getting 5 for each of these. I was trying to triple reset that. But yeah. So let's just pretend that's 5 flip resets. And then I'll just do like 1 or 2 air dribbles in the air just to make sure you can. I don't really do the air dribble movement, but it actually is pretty important to be able to air dribble just because it kind of translates to a lot of movements. So like the ground to air dribble translates to the air to air dribble. And then I'll do like different mechanics off of my flip reset. So like a flip reset, air dribble, like just doing random things just until your car feels warm. Like it's warming you up. But like once you're done with the air mechanics, you're pretty much done with the warm-up because it's just ground and air. But I will work on my shooting as well. Now on to shooting. If the ball is just sitting there, like obviously anyone can just shoot it in the net and score like every time. So that's a bit too easy. So a good way I like to practice shots is like power shots like this. Like doing setups like these, at least 5 of these. So 5 power shots, and I try to hit them in the top corners. It actually is pretty difficult to hit like the very top corner every time. But, you know, it is a pretty important mechanic. I actually do this all the time in ranked, and just doing this over and over and over again until pretty much you're really solid in all of these mechanics and fundamentals. And then once you're done with that, you could give yourselves harder shots. So trying to hit this like on corners of the net. It's not really that useful, to be honest, but just trying to hit like the very edges and whatever. But that's pretty much the full warm-up routine. We cover flicks, air dribbles, whatever else. And if you actually have a solid warm-up routine before you play that's at least, 5 to 10 minutes, then if you lose games, you can't just chalk it up to not being warm. It would be a legit mistake that you need to work on. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.